Hello, welcome to the Purely MJ Show. If it's your first time, my name is MJ. In this channel, we discuss financial literacy, avoiding debt, and how to make better financial decisions through the lenses of other people's experience. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm not trying to keep you guys for too long. Today, we're going to be talking about somebody that hates his leases, if it's a great idea, and making rational decisions this time.
Lights the BMW i4?
No, I don't. The car's brand new.
Is it a lease or is it a finance?
It's a lease.
What's your lease buyout?
40.
That dash is doing its thing right now. It's going all crazy. 4850. Are you trying to get a certain number for it?
I mean, if I walk away with something, that would be great.
Definitely not walking away with anything. Does it have premium package?
Yeah.
Driver Assistance Pro?
No.
The Kelly Blue Book trade-in in excellent conditions, 36.3. Could you do 35?
No.
Your goal was to make money on top of the lease?
Nothing crazy.
These things are just hard to sell. I'd have to be at 36. That's the highest I'd do.
Right. The car's not even,
Yeah, I know. Like, I'm just
it's
telling
brand
you,
new.
they just don't sell.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I mean, look, I'm not a big fan of it myself. I probably get stuck with it for a little while.
I can do 36.
I don't want to pay another dollar into the car. If you took it off my hands,
I can't. There's no way.
You could sell them at
Can't
50,
do it.
52.
No way.
No, you don't think so?
This would be over in 2 minutes. If you want to trade, I could potentially give you a little bit more on the trade. Just let us.
Number one is not knowing if the car is new. He literally said the car is new. And when they looked at the odometer or the dash, it's at 48,000. The odometer was definitely dancing for sure. You know what I mean? But I just don't understand how people would lease a car they don't like. Like, we didn't think about this before going into a dealership. No due diligence, no homework, not even this is my taste. Like, this is my cup of tea. Not even none of that. It's just like, I'm gonna buy something. I'll try to get out of it, and this is what happens, right? Prevention is better than the cure. Prevent something before I have to solve it, because solving it sometimes doesn't work in your favor. You don't choose the outcome of anything you do. The market does. Yesterday's prices is not today's prices. Yesterday's BMW is not today's BMW, brother. You're stuck with that car. Don't buy electric cars. They have the worst depreciation out of all the other cars. And you wanted to buy a BMW on top of that depreciates faster than anything. Yeah, let's do our research before we lease anything.
I'll die with student loan debt. You can't get out of it.
How much in student loans?
So my schooling was $90,000. I'm close to $200,000 in debt with interest.
How long has it been?
Almost 20 years ago.
Have you ever bought something and then instantly regretted it? Like just bought something dumb?
I bought a pickup truck,
How much was the pickup truck?
like $80,000. It was used, $80,000. My plan was also to put it on Turo, right? So other people can use it as well. And then
Heard about this scheme before.
I had friends that were like, no, let me just lease it from you. And then I've gotten over. And who pays for the truck? I'll die with
Clearly you. At the end of the day, like, if this is not financial disaster on top of each other, like, you could have took the $80,000, right, and tried to tackle down the student loans when it was at 90. You could have been done. You could have aggressively hit the student loans. And the thing about student loans is scary, man. The way it multiplies and the way it jumps up is one of the scariest things. Every time you don't pay the student loans in full, I swear to God, it's gonna double up, creep up on you. It's a creeper for real. You know what I mean? And to take that truck and to try to put her on Turo, it just shows me that she has bad discernment and bad decision making. Is a stickler for making the worst decision possible. And you thought you could trust your friends? Man, I couldn't trust my friend to pay me back $100. If let alone help them get on my car. Like, obviously you're the one that's gonna be charged, and they're gonna try to do you wrong because friends don't respect, right, anything you got going on, whether it's a business, they'll label it little business, right? If you try to do something, they'll try to talk you out of it. Hey, you have really good friends. I don't know if they do student loans come after a loved one? If even if they pass away, let me know down in the comment section.
Okay, you ready? I might have a difficult one for us here.
Oh, come on. You know me. There ain't nothing difficult in this world.
So I got a customer who's in a lease right now, and he's got a lot of miles on it.
Define a lot.
Do me a favor first. Let me give you the last of his phone number, 59. How many miles is he allowed a year?
Looks like 12.
12,000 miles a year. Okay, so 36,000. So he is, oh my God, you got to be kidding me. He's at 81,000 miles. So that means he's 45,000 miles over on his lease. What's it per mile?
25 cents a mile. So he's got 11 G's.
$11,250.
Yeah. How do you do math that fast?
I don't know. That's just how I am.
You're a savant.
No, I'm really not. I'm actually half you know what. You got to get creative here. He's not going to turn the car in because that's going to be a huge bill.
No, that'll whack him pretty hard. What shape is the car in?
Car's in good shape. I'll have you look at it. What we can do is, because it's going to end this month, we could try to put him in an electric car with the $9,500 rebate to help offset it.
It's actually a really good idea because that'll keep his payment somewhat familiar to what he has now. Let's get the miles he actually drives so he doesn't get into this position again.
Yeah, that's might be a good idea, right?
Yeah.
He's not driving quite as many miles, but we'll get him set up so that it's right for him.
That sounds good.
So,
has he driven the car yet?
no, I'll do that. I'm going to have you look at his car while I'm, showing him the value of the electric car and see if that's an option. Okay.
Yeah, let's make it work.
This is why I think, and I've said this in other videos, for the regular Joe, leasing is a bad idea. You get penalized for having a high premium car payment at the end of the day. Like you have a $400 payment for a car, you get penalized on 12,000, and then somebody's saying giving only 12,000 miles a year in the U.S. is already scamming the customer. Like, I don't think you're getting scammed. I think you chose to participate in the scam. Leases to me only works for high income individuals, or if you don't make high income, that's still okay. If you're middle class and you like to get into, a car every 2 years, it works for you. You know what I mean? But in general, the point of a lease, it doesn't make sense. And the thing is that now they're going to sit there and try to put them in another electric vehicle, which loses value hand over fist. And it's just them choosing for you. I don't like when dealerships try to choose for you. He should just buy the car out and just own it at this point. 11,000 for a car you're not going to own and for it to be taken. You chose to be in that situation.
Leases are like the biggest scam in the fucking car industry. And like the point of leases is you're buying the worst depreciation cycle of a car. And the attractiveness of that is that is all you're financing to. So instead of financing an entire car, basically, they go like, what is the car worth today? Oh, it's 100. What is it worth in 3 years when you turn it in? 50. So you take 50K and you turn that into 36 payments. And that's what a lease is, the worst depreciating cycle of a car. Point is that, again, normal people don't investigate things because they look at their life based on what they can afford per month. They don't look at their life as what something costs, right? What is the real cost of something over its lifetime versus, I can afford $500 a month. Oh, it has a warranty. I don't have to spend more. No. Okay, cool. New 5 Series. Wow, that's got new tech in it. That's cool. Yeah, I'm going to buy that. They don't look at the fact that 3 years later when they turn in that car, they lost 50 grand. You don't look at the fact that if they learned a little bit, leveraged themselves, they could have driven a Bentley Flying Spur for this half the money they lost on that 5 Series. Even if they had a breakdown, even if they had something that wasn't covered.
The dealership is very savvy and very well, marketed to dupe any person that has no due diligence. Just like in the first video, the guy leased a BMW i4, an electric car, lost value. He's stuck on the loan. And now the thing about leases is you either have to pay the term that's remaining up front, kind of like an apartment where if you're going to break the lease, you pay the remaining months out up front, or you find somebody else to swap that lease. Kind of like even with apartments too. If you don't want to pay that, then you find somebody that'll do like an apartment swap with you. Find somebody that'll take over the lease and then renew if they have to. So it's a money pit, in my opinion. I think it's better to just buy a car if you're a regular Joe and you're not a high income earner. And I know this might ruffle some feathers, but it's just part of the game. This is no emotion. I'm not coming at anyone, just rationality and a little bit of due diligence and some homework. Write down, right? Life is a big homework. If you don't do it, you'll get screwed hard.
Go return my car. I've had this car for 10 days, and if you get a car with CarMax, you have 10 days to choose if it's the right car for you. It's probably the right car for me, but having a car note makes my heart sink to my ass. So we're gonna return it and just get a bike because I did not come back to America to put myself in debt.
I co-signed this
message. So let's go return my Subaru. Wait, is there something else I need to do? I think that's everything. I named her
Star
Star.
needs to
She's
go back.
beautiful. And I'm just gonna go return her because, like I said, I don't want no car note. So yeah, I have all my paperwork and I'm gonna go in there. And they said it should be pretty easy. I'll let you know how it is though.
Very easy across the. I co-signed this message. I approved this message. Shout out to this girl for doing that. I think a lot of people don't understand, or there's this sunken cost fallacy, right? Have you ever been in a situation where like you bought a coffee that you didn't like, but you're like, damn, I spent like $6-7 on it, and I gotta drink the whole thing. If you don't like it, the money's already gone. You might as well just throw it away. You know what I mean? And that's the thing that I'm glad she didn't fall into, right? A lot of people will get a car loan and they feel like they have to prove themselves that they can, you know, keep the loan going, or prove themselves that they can pay for this loan, and then that gets them into bigger trouble. Can't afford the car payments, and whenever the month payment is due, it's just she's trying to de-influence you on buying a car. And shout out to that. No ego. She said, give me a cash car or no car for me. I approved that message. Shout out to this girl, man. She's a very savvy and influential, as you can see, consumer. You know what I mean? And there's on here it says, somebody said, unfair to CarMax. The return policy was for committed serious buyers and not a free ride for 10 days. She said, oh, poor $6.3 billion company. It's true. The way CarMax screws over customers and consumers, I don't think nobody should feel sorry for a corporation. At the end of the day, they've cheated so many people, and she fell under the guidelines of what is right by returning the car in the right amount of time. So she won. De-influence yourself to say that, I don't want a car payment. And I'm not here and going to tell you, right, that you shouldn't get into a car payment. If you can afford it and it doesn't make a dent in your monthly payments and your income for the month, and doesn't take more than 10% of your take home pay, then get you a car. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you work too hard, enjoy yourself, enjoy your life, buy any car you want at the end of the day, but make sure you can do it in the right amount of flexibility and affordability. But I'm going to end the video, guys, here. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts down below. I appreciate you guys. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. Peace.